The Galactic Naval Academy had never seen anything quite like Cadet Sarah Chen. Standing barely 5.5 feet tall among her towering Krillian classmates and sleek Vorthak peers, she should have been invisible. Instead, she had become the most discussed cadet in the Academy's 3-century history. It wasn't just her academic performance, though her tactical scores had shattered records set by species with naturally enhanced cognitive processing. It wasn't even her physical achievements despite consistently outperforming aliens with superior muscle density and reaction times. What truly unsettled the galaxy's elite was something far more dangerous, her stubborn refusal to quit. Ermirani. Zexkar of the Hegemony Council paced the length of his command ship, his 6 arms gesticulating in frustration. The human had been at the Academy for only 8 months, yet she had already exposed corruption in the quartermaster's office, revolutionized small unit tactics during war games, and worst of all, inspired other cadets to question orders they deemed inefficient or unnecessarily cruel. "She's spreading like a virus," hissed Commander Velthara, her serpentine form coiled around the strategy console. "My intelligence networks report that even our most loyal species are beginning to adopt these human concepts: initiative, independent thinking, compassion for civilians." The Admiral's mandibles clicked in annoyance. Humans had only been spacefaring for 2 centuries, barely a blink in galactic terms. They should have been grateful for their token seat on the Council, content to serve as minor functionaries in the great machine of galactic civilization. Instead, they kept producing individuals like Chen who acted as if they belonged among the galaxy's natural rulers. "The Shadowcast Guild has confirmed they can handle the assignment," Admiral Zexkar said finally. 3 of their best. The human will simply disappear during night exercises. An unfortunate training accident. Sarah Chen sat in her quarters, methodically cleaning her sidearm. The ZR-7 plasma pistol was standard Academy issue, though she had made several modifications that technically violated regulations. Her roommate, a crystalline Etherian named Chorus of Distant Stars, observed with what passed for curiosity among her species. "You seem troubled, friend Sarah," Chorus chimed, her voice like wind through crystal formations. "Just thinking," Sarah replied, checking the weapon's power cell. "You know how Professor Keith Knoll keeps saying that command is about maintaining order? That questioning orders shows weakness?" "This is standard doctrine across the galaxy," Chorus agreed. "Order brings peace. Peace brings prosperity." Sarah snorted. "Tell that to the miners on Kepler 442b, or the agricultural workers on New Thessia. Funny how order always seems to benefit the same species, isn't it?" Chorus's form flickered, the Etherian equivalent of nervous laughter. "You speak dangerous thoughts, friend Sarah." "Maybe, but someone should speak them." Sarah holstered the weapon and stood. "I'm going to run night drills. Cover for me if anyone asks." "Be safe," Chorus whispered, though something in her harmonic undertones suggested she knew safety was the last thing on Sarah's mind. The Academy's training grounds sprawled across several square kilometers of artificial terrain, designed to simulate everything from urban warfare to deep space boarding actions. Sarah moved through the moonlit obstacle course with practiced ease, her enhanced night vision, a gift from her grandfather's military augmentations, turning darkness into merely another tactical advantage. She sensed them long before they struck. The first assassin dropped from above, thinking to catch her unaware. Sarah sidestepped, grabbed his descending arm, and used his momentum to slam him face first into a concrete barrier. The shadow cast, operative crumpled, his cloaking field flickering off to reveal gray-scaled features and professional-grade combat gear. "Really?" Sarah asked the darkness. "You're going to make me do this the hard way?" The second assassin tried to be clever, using a sonic disruptor to mask his approach. Unfortunately for him, Sarah's human ears could detect frequency patterns that most species considered impossible to distinguish. She spun, drew her modified sidearm, and put 2 stun blasts center mass before he could bring his weapon to bear. The third assassin was better, or thought he was. He waited, patient as death, for Sarah to become distracted with securing his companions. When she knelt to check the second operative's pulse, He struck with neurotoxin darts designed to kill most humanoid species in seconds. Sarah caught the first dart barehanded, her reflexes enhanced by the adrenaline now flooding her system. The second dart grazed her shoulder, enough to deliver a dose that should have stopped her heart. Instead, she smiled. Neurotoxin based on Altarian snake venom, right? She asked conversationally, advancing on the hidden assassin. Highly effective against most galactic species. Unfortunately for you, humans evolved on a planet where nearly everything was trying to kill us. We tend to be adaptable. The assassin broke cover, firing wildly with an energy rifle. Sarah moved like water, flowing between shots that would have vaporized a less agile target. Her return fire was precise, economical. 3 shots that disabled his weapon, his communications gear, and his confidence in rapid succession. When Academy security arrived 20 minutes later, summoned by an anonymous tip from a certain crystalline Etherean, they found a scene that would become legendary throughout the galaxy. 3 of the Shadowcast Guild's most elite operatives sat in a neat row, secured with their own restraints, while Cadet Sarah Chen sat cross-legged nearby, calmly writing her incident report. "Ma'am," the security chief stammered, "what happened here?" Sarah looked up from her datapad. 3 individuals attempted to assault a cadet during night exercises. I subdued them using appropriate force and secured the scene pending your arrival. But these are Shadowcast assassins. They've killed admirals, toppled governments. Sarah shrugged. Yeah, well, they've never tried to kill a human before. She stood, dusting off her uniform. I've documented everything in my report. You'll want to check their gear for off-world tech. Pretty sure assassination attempts violate the Academy's code of conduct. As security led the prisoners away, Sarah Chen walked back toward the dormitories, her posture straight and untroubled. Behind her, 3 of the galaxy's most feared killers shuffled along in restraints, their professional reputations in ruins. Word of the incident spread through the Academy within hours, then throughout the local system, then across the galaxy itself. The message was simple, impossible to ignore, and terrifying to those who had ruled through fear and superior firepower. Humans didn't break easily, and when you tried to break them, they had a disturbing tendency to break you instead. In her quarters, Sarah Chen cleaned her weapon again and prepared for tomorrow's classes. She had tactical theory with Professor Kethanol, and she was looking forward to the discussion on maintaining order. She had a few questions about that.